From tram lines to lines women at least are more concerned about. The lines on their faces. And there's little they don't know about matters of that nature at this beauty salon in Mayfair, London, where the preparation of cosmetics is a chemical art that would intrigue any scientist. In the mixing of face powder, for example, many factors have to be taken into consideration before the right formula is ascertained. A source of amazement to anyone but the beautician is the number of surprisingly vivid colors that go into the preparation. And yet, after a thorough and expert blending, that kaleidoscope of color produces one rather subdued shade. It's certainly an art today, but funnily enough, at the end of the 17th century, an act was passed whereby a man was entitled to divorce his wife if she wore cosmetics. The act also applied to false teeth, false hair, and stays, because they were akin to witchcraft. In practically every sphere, progress has altered things almost beyond recognition. But with something rather personal, like cosmetics, little has changed in thousands. However, something really new is this process for pressing blended powder into a compact, a machine that's capable of exerting a pressure of 2 tons. Sorry, we can't give you the formula for this powder. It's strictly top secret. In fact, all beauty salons put a safety clamp on this kind of information, but then, needless to say, women, shrewd as they are, prefer it that way. One of the most ancient forms of art, and one that will never die so long as there are still women on Earth, is the practice of beauty culture. The subject is a surprisingly large and complex one, and even the experts are constantly learning. So let's pay a visit to a school of beauty culture where students come from all parts of the world to study and exchange ideas. For example, teacher Mary Wood explains her method of hand massage and its relaxing qualities on a patient like lovely actress Elspeth Grey. However, at times, the teachers are quite content to sit back and learn from pupils like 19-year-old Yale Kamsi, who illustrates a centuries-old Persian method of using ordinary strands of cotton for removing unwanted hair. It really works, too. Violet Goch from Singapore shows how to make up an Eastern hand bleach, so if your hands are red and unsightly, watch closely. The paste is made from rice ground to a powder. This is then mixed with the yolks of 1,000-day-old Chinese eggs, if you don't mind the smell, and magnesium. This, as you can see, is an ordinary salad, appetizingly made up of raw tomatoes and fresh lettuce, sprinkled with ground almonds. But it's not to eat. Believe it or not, it's a face pack. If a woman is prepared to put up with things like this, she deserves to be called beautiful. She'll have earned it. For treatments like the face pack and the hand paste aren't exactly glamorous. Undoubtedly, women today are more beauty conscious, which is probably a good thing, but at the same time, let's make a plea on behalf of husbands who already have enough to put up with. Curlers, hair nets, face creams. Oh, take it easy, girls.
Transforming a beatnik. It's no more difficult than discovering the hidden beauty that lies under the greasy, unturned skin of any woman who hasn't surrendered a whole morning at least once a week to the experts. An upward movement from the chin dispenses the fat cells. On the neck, a downward movement's needed to tone the skin, and after the massage, the pasteurized face cream has to be wiped off. Now the plastic mask with the eyes padded with anti-wrinkle lotion. Warm wax applied with a brush to get rid of acid and stimulate the blood cells. You want to be beautiful, so you sit for 20 minutes before they decide it's time to peel it off. But you've seen nothing yet. The oxylation treatment with a sprayed lotion to refine the pores. By now you'd give anything to be back in your leather jacket with your unkempt hair, wouldn't you? Transforming a beatnik, and of course a manicure's a must, but it's lipstick applied with skill that can either lengthen or shorten a face as nature requires. Never, never take the lips too far out if the face is round and squat. And remember, a round face needs a hairdo that piles it up high instead of spreading it out. What a lot of effort there is in being beautiful. Cinderella's ballroom. Can this really be our beatnik? Have we witnessed a grand transformation scene with a modern Cinderella switched from her leather jacket to genuine elegance? It's hard to remember what this girl looked like.